like me full of gun, heavy clip full of crocodile teeth. When I reach 16 bun up boy skin, head tap, bust up and split.
Yeah, listen. This is Bar Talk JA podcast. Something we're needed, something we realize is a key part of the country where commentary is not done right, where we have a protagonist and an antagonist. We're going to try and make it fair. So right now, we have a couple of my brethren them, couple of my road dog them from morning. So we have the teacher, we have Nguvo, we have Jeru. People just listen to what we say, make phone a difference, like, subscribe, smash the like button. Don't be too savage in the thing in terms of critique, but we welcome all criticism. Yeah? So over to you, Nguvo.
Yeah, man. Respect, I. Today we're talking about dancehall music and violence in Jamaica. Is there a connection? This is a very topical issue, and the Prime Minister recently had this to say.
You know what art for? You know what music and you know what culture. In as much as you are free to reflect what is happening in the society, you also have a duty to place it in context. That to take up the AK-47 and turn it in a man's head. That is not right. And though you have the protection of the Constitution to sing about it, you also have a duty to the children who are listening to you to say, man,
thank you.
That is not right.
All right, so there you have it. So want to find out, is there a connection between dancehall music and violence in Jamaica? All right, so first we're going to look at some facts. So Yad, your time. Yad, you ready? Your time.
Yad there, man. Blessings, Yad.
Yeah. Oh, go on, son. Yes, I'm here to talk about the crime rate for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
We are seeing some steady increases from year to year. In 2012, 1,100. That steady increase in 2013, 1,200.
Yeah.
However, in 2014, we had a slight decrease to 1,000. We had back an increase in 2015 to 1,200 again.
And that was going in 2014.
2015, we had a steady increase in 2015, 1,200, and next increase in 2016 of 1,300. All right?
Yeah.
A sharp increase in 2017, 1,600. A decrease again to 1,300 in 2018, and in 2019, a slight increase to 1,300. And in 2020, the same amount, which is 1,300. So from the past 10 years, you can see murder rate going to a slight increase.
All right. We have recorded in excess of 1,000 murders per year in Jamaica. In fact, Dr. Herbert Gale would say that it is more likely for a young man to survive in war-torn Iraq than to survive in Kingston, Montego Bay, Spanish Town in Jamaica. That is a fact. So it's unquestionable that Jamaica have a serious problem with crime and violence. So we're looking at how does dancehall music affects crime and violence. By dancehall music, we're talking about some of these people and what they have done from as far back as Zebra, rape, Luciano, gun issue, Idonia, gun case, Jackie or prison for rape, Egyptian get called up in some murder thing, Buju Banton served time for drugs in the US, Movado was questioned for gun crime, Bounty Killer with a hammer, B2 man with a hammer, Sean Stam involved in a murder case, Ninja Man, they're jailed for murder as well. Alkaline did name call up in a murder, Vibes Cartel incarcerated for murder of Lizard. Tammy Lee, gun charge, gun possession, and them gun attached to other crime. Laden, Ritical, Munga, all them named related to gun and murder. Even George Nooks, even Flipper Mafia in serving time for drugs right now and squash. So so it's really like it's easier to compose a list of artists who have not been involved or name called up in a crime than to compose a list of artists who have been involved in crime. All right. So my colleague, the teacher, I got to talk about music and human behavior from a philosophical or scholarly perspective. Teacher.
Yes.
Greetings, people on the podcast here. This is the teacher. Yeah, man. Bless up to the man, them, you know? Yeah, man. So, this is a research by Don Kent from Liberty University in the spring of 2006 in the US. And I'm going to read the title of the research as well as excerpts from the research. And the title goes as follows: The Effect of Music on the Human Body and Mind. I'm going to read it again. The effect of music on the human body and mind. Quote, begin. Music is a true communication form. A 1990 study found that 80% of adults surveyed describe experiencing physical responses to music, such as laughter, tears, and thrills. A 1995 study also revealed that 70% of young adults claim to enjoy benefits for the emotions evoked by it. A further study performed at Cornell University in 1997 measured physiological responses of subjects listening to several different pieces of music that were generally thought to convey certain emotions. Each subject consistently matched his or her physiological response with the expected emotions of the music. When a person experiences thrills while listening to music, the same pleasure centers of the brain are activated as they were eating chocolate, having sex, or even taking cocaine.
Mhm.
Interestingly, end of quote.
Yes.
Over to you, Nguvo.
All right. So now one here from expert opinion locally. So I think King Solomon have something to say about that.
Boy, I tell you, come like say we all away in African sorority. But anyways, if we never in the first part never mention all of the persons who are gonna take part in the thing, so might never mention Yad and Jiro are basically my partner in crime in terms of tackling this foolishness. So first of all, Ian Boyne in an article, how dancehall is destroying the culture, is basically saying that there's no empirical evidence to prove that there's a connection. So what most of us learned colleagues do and so-called know-it-alls do is basically just demonize the idiom and basically destroy the culture. So now I said that the idiom, the lyrical gun, I destroy the culture and I destroy the fabric of the dancehall. Carolyn Cooper is the main protagonist in terms of fighting this bullshit about dancehall and crime. And she's basically saying it's demonization of African culture, African creativity. And at the same time, this same African creativity is used to attract tourists. So what we are used, we say, kill off the youth, them and fuck up the country. At the same thing we are used to invite people in the country. Bullshit. Where I say, Jero?
All right, so watch this, right? Because we only see where politicians and persons of high society target a particular part of the dancehall, only highlighting the negative. We have many dancehall songs that are positive that don't get highlight. Why them don't get highlight when things are go good? We only hear about the same negative lyrics. We have many positive songs. Remember Bounty Killer did one of the biggest tunes back then when I go primary school.
Book,
And them
book,
say what?
book.
Under pressure, on the book. If you later turn foolish, you might turn a crook. And the song take off.
Yeah.
And everybody are focused and I say, Ray. But in the same breath, him never make no money from it. He must go back. Go sing anytime when I'm hungry again, I go see me nine. For make him money, because the same society who are beat him down and I say, them want positive songs. It's the same society when them get the positive songs, turn them back on him and them can't eat or him can't make money for him family. We have Busy Signal. Remember Busy Signal sing him song. Some juvenile now take on talking about their life, them walk with the gun, style off with the gun, to them conside, walk with the gun, serious and all off with the gun. And nobody look on Busy Signal then until Busy Signal comes to step out in I'm black with him Glock. And then everybody run up and down. Remember down a union, the man never ever sing. The whole of union tear down when the man come out and sing step out. So it clearly shows that the society is not practicing then what them preaching, because them tell the dancehall youth them say them want positive songs. But then when the youth them do the positive songs, them they look at it. Can't even go as Cartel. When a Cartel biggest songs to me was what? Emergency. Emergency, we are suffer around here. And you don't hear nothing about emergency. Them only want yet sing and focus on 3 o'clock in the morning when him a walk up and down with him tall thing. Because I saw the youths them end up and make them money.
I make enough money for that clash too.
Exactly. So me have all heap for say. I leave it for down in the nitty-gritty. Because again, I think it's a lazy person or a lazy leader who would come out, call out blame and dancehall as the cause of crime in Jamaica. Lazy.
Repeat it again, now, boss.
I'm say it again. I think it's a lazy.
Again, can I repeat it on YouTube?
Oh no, man.
You remember
Come and talk about dancehall, a cause crime, madness.
Teacher.
Yes, and go.
You want to start it or me for start it?
Better you start it, you know.
Better me start.
Take it to a different level. Yeah, man, better you start it.
Alright, ready now.
So same dancehall now you use, you know.
Yeah, remember now, right about music, dancehall music, and violent crime in Jamaica is their connection. No, we are not saying that the music is the main contributor to violence in Jamaica. We're not saying that, right? And yes, society hypocritical with certain things that they bought from 1980s with Bob Marley, where they might clamp down on the weed thing, but yet still they might use weed to promote tourism with the Bob Marley are smoking weed.
But even now, we're not even going so far. We're not going so far. This whole mantra where Holness come across as bro God. I wonder if him know where this bro God terminology come from and what this bro God terminology is. And run up and down and him talk about bro God and bro God.
When I align myself with what the Prime Minister said, right? Because as I say, the society and the politician, they're hypocritical where certain things is concerned. But what we are trying to
come on TV and talk about his name, bro God, and then come and
make him talk, Jerome. Make him talk.
What I try to show is whether or not there's a connection between the violence and the music. So I could go from this perspective. You said Jerry, one of the biggest song Cartel do is Emergency. But in terms of popularity and record sales and all these things, one of the biggest song that Bob's Cartel did is Clark's. And if you read the Guardian article, that's a British magazine, dated June 10, 2010, it says that the sales of Clark's increased in Jamaica, USA, and the UK. What fueled that increase? The music. Just to show you how music influence people behavior. Just to show even dancehall music, how it influence people behavior. Right?
I think Aaron, that influence the behavior. Dancehall, we're talking
influence
about
the culture.
Dancehall is a popular art form, musical in terms of Jamaica. So when you're talking about popular and trendy, you cannot say behavior. You have to say trend. So Clark's is a trend.
But
Clark's has been a
but people going to buy the Clark's is a behavior.
It's not a behavior.
Says how then?
It's not a behavior. End of the day, it's just a simple trend. Cartel song gone, and you still have money in Clark's. To the point when the day, Clark's has always been a part of the same
Jamaican culture.
Yeah, but what I try to say is, hold on.
Man like the bad man persona.
Hold on.
And Clark's make good shoes.
That is true.
Clark's shoes good.
That is true. But hold on, man. Because I know opinion may come with it now. It is a fact said during 2010, that's when the song was at its peak, there was a drastic increase in sales in Clark's in Jamaica. Hold on up, because and that's
and go over.
Yeah.
As them try separate trend and popular culture. Remember what is trendy, you know?
It's behavior.
Have influence as well, which is behavior. They're failing to looking at that point, you know, that standpoint. They're trying to dissect the thing on a different angle.
No, but
so I don't know how them can separate trendy behavior from influence and popular culture.
Exactly what I want to basically is empirical data, empirical
facts. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. That dancehall is causing them youth to take up them gun and kill each other.
No, we never reached this yet. We never reached. Hold on, allow me to build my case. I know why you build my case for me. Let me build my case. Build my case myself, brother. Build my case. So I'm saying to you, it is a fact. During 2010, when Bob's Cartel Clark's song was at its peak, featuring Popcorn and the sales Clark's company themselves, but the company Clark's themselves recorded the increase in the sales in Jamaica, the US, and the UK. And this is nothing unique to Jamaica, because past the Cavassier done by Busta Rhymes and Sean Combs, if you read the New York Times, right, the article, September 2, 2002, the company recorded double-digit increase in 1 quarter. That was the height of that song, Pastor Gavassier. Southern Hospitality by Ludacris, where in the music video, lyrics was about Cadillac grills, Cadillac this, Cadillac that. They recorded a 22% increase in sales. So this is show you how music influencing behavior. So
Not behavior.
Yeah, not that behavior.
but purchasing is economic behavior. Purchasing something is economic behavior.
Whose behavior? The corporate world behavior?
And the corporate world I buy clocks. None of the man on the streets I buy clocks. Who say I buy clocks in Jamaica because of clocks?
The same clocks was used as a part of the whole political tool, the political platform, clocks.
Exactly.
The culture was used. The culture was used, just like Michael Manley, rather correction.
Yeah.
PM now use the same culture. Clocks and a dance punk car and
recognize the influence of the music. They might try to tap into the same influence of the music.
So why am I use the same dub them? Why would you use the same dub them? Skilly dub, skilly full of lyrical gun in them thing. Skilly full of lyrical gun and skilly full the whole platform. Skilly dub them hot.
Yeah, as me say now.
So why skilly get used?
King Solomon?
Why the man
King Solomon?
Murderer get used to win a political platform?
King Solomon, they said them question they have to ask the Prime Minister because I mean
no,
use it up.
And
I mean use it up. And I say is I don't use it up them. You can't ask me for answer them question there.
All right, piece of the argument there.
Come on. So let me just finish up that point real quick and then allow you to go. So for sure we show how music influence people, you know, and behavior. Even the song that Bob Marley did entitled Zimbabwe, that was like a national anthem in Zimbabwe, and it stirred up the freedom fighters, right?
Why is it was a national anthem in Jamaica?
So come to that, brother. So where I said even Bob Marley's music was such an inspiration. He was seen as such a revolutionary that even the CIA, he came up on the CIA radar. You can ask David Dusty Couples, who wrote the book, Steer It Up. Zin. So what I'm saying now is that these cases, we can't even talk about Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson did Heal the World. And
no, man, I keep it dancehall, man.
We can't keep it that, but we mentioned Pastor Gavassier anyway, still. But anyway, Pastor Gavassier wasn't dancehall still, but we just show you
how African creativity and culture, so keep it dancehall.
So what I say is that, so what? Michael Jackson was African. But anyways, Heal the World by Michael Jackson was like a big
confused individual.
Increase in donation towards charity because of that song. So I'm saying that these are irrefutable facts and evidence that music and dancehall music and popular music influence people's behavior. You might see those as positive light, so might readily accept that. So therefore, we also have to accept that if it can influence the positive, it can also influence the negative. Over to you.
Hold on before you say anything, Joe, because I'm listening.
Save him.
I'm listening. Not a matter of saving. Could you give me some time, please?
Save him, my father.
Could you give me some time, please? We don't do the gimmicks and theatrics. We do the facts. Can I get the floor? Get the floor? All right. Let's go. But when we have a drink while you talk.
All right. These are for the theatrics and sideshows.
You learn.
If you look at the Jamaican household, single parent, most of the time, single mother. Check out the schooling. How much youth actually graduate from school every year, as in finish school. I'm not talking about passing the CXCs. Mostly females. When the youth them reach certain levels, certain age group, influence all about community, school, church, peer pressure. Now the music now play a very, very important part of them upbringing. And that's a fact. Now, music raise some of them youth here. Hold on, Mr. Man, I'm finishing statement. Music raise some of these youths. We can't deny the fact of that. Where the parent is missing, the male figure, most of these youths look up to the DJ, so to speak, the gangster DJ. You know, inner cities. We are looking at the
black youth,
that demographic.
Black youth.
Inner city, Jamaica, yeah, man. Yes, I said inner city, sir. I said inner city.
Black
inner city.
Yeah,
yes. Inner city I'm talking about. I'm looking at that demographic. All right? So, with the absence of the father figure in the household, the music come in like a second father to them. Some of them at least. Because not everybody get influenced negatively from the said music. A youth can listen to the most violent, so to speak, a cartel or a massacre and still know different between right and wrong. But it's not everyone have the emotional intelligence to find the difference between both. All right, so that's my point based on that.
All right, give me a piece right there. All right, we can go back. Just take a little step backward, right? Because pre this, just like how the government and upper class society fight against dancehall music. So dancehall music is a real issue, right? Now, from we can go back into the 70s, right? Leading up to the election, as Nguvu mentioned, the main impact on society was the music, you know. It was what? Country and Western. You have Clint Eastwood starring in some of the grimiest Western movies, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. To the point where most of the dancehall artists within that era name themselves Western movie characters. Josie Wales, Boro Banton, Buju Banton, CM Vibes Cartel, Bounty Killer, all of them. I find that the draw from these Western movies and the same way the crime in these Western movies started to impact Jamaica. Why them never come on TV back then and say, we're going to ban Clint Eastwood, or Clint Eastwood that caused crime in Jamaica. So me just to show you, say, the government now take the easiest way out for blame dancehall or use dancehall as a scapegoat, which them use regularly. Now there are two things when I see the government are dilly-dally upon, and one of them always I get left behind. I'm gonna tell the two: education and national security. Now them use national security fight crime, but then bring in them SOE and them Zozo instead of them use education for do crime prevention. As long as the government do them budget and the first place them cut money from whenever them have to readjust or reallocate funds is where? Is education. That's the first place them funds from, which means that the government is not looking at crime prevention. All them looking on is fighting crime. And if you don't look at crime prevention and cut the prevention of crime from the jump, them are always find some reason to say this is the reason for crime. I could go fight it. And which is why them fight dancehall now under the quote unquote crime fighting. So them fight dancehall but say dancehall is the reason for crime. When they're not looking at it, so the reason for crime is the socio-economic background of the people. And until you can bring the people to a level where them don't depend on you, the government, or depend on somebody else for a handout to live, then crime is always going to be there. Come tomorrow, if every dancehall artist go join church choir and start sing church song, you think crime now go still out there? So I go blame them time there.
All right.
It's not the just one thing I'm done and I'm finished. We have a chicken before the egg situation now. Because crime don't stem from dancehall music. The youth in a dancehall right now are coming from criminal elements or crime-ridden areas in Jamaica. And them find dancehall as them only way for escape or even for live a better life in these areas. So the crime is always there before them. I'm sure that crime was there before Alkaline. I'm sure that crime was there before Squash. I'm sure that crime was there before all of the little youths who coming up now who doing dancehall. So is dancehall is a problem, or is it that
you will say no
economic background is the problem?
You will say have a chicken and egg scenario. I don't know if you understand what I mean by chicken and egg scenario.
Give me a piece side.
I got you.
As I say, all we do right now is basically beat around the bush. Because first of all, I ask the teacher which part of society. Him say inner city. Who lives in the inner city? Black people. The black majority are the country.
So did I dispute? I didn't dispute. I said
fine.
I didn't dispute, sir.
Stay on the fence, sir.
Come on. Didn't dispute that, sir.
No.
Come on.
All I'm saying, you never said that, but I'm saying it then. So it's a black society where basically people are say the dancehall are fake. Because black society have the gunman them, black society have the marginalized youth them, black society have the ignorant youth them, black society have all of the guns them. Black society I do most of the bullshit them, they rob the thief and the whatever.
So what?
About education. You say something about education.
Yeah.
Well, nobody really talk about. Because end of the day, first of all, the reason why me and you, Mr. Nguvo, can have this kind of conversation is the fact that we're going to St. George's College. And the fact that we're going to St. George's College means that we get a different breed of education. We get the education where them used to give them white and them Indian and them Chinese. Pitney them. When Michael Manley come and open it up and open up certain things, that's so we can afford to get that education.
Yeah, so what?
How much youths where they go judges? How much youth they go judges when we go judges? Slip through the cracks. Why them slip through the cracks?
I'm wondering what's the relevance of linking the school and crime. I'm trying to find out about that.
I say beat on the bush, and he might beat on the bush. Hold on.
We're dealing with the music, him got education.
Wanna go pop. Wanna go Michael Jackson, wanna go Ludacris. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Busta Rhymes.
Wanna go Busta Rhymes. What the fuck are you talking about?
That is music, sir. That is music. Those are musical artists.
We're talking about dancehall, empirical evidence. Say the youth listen dancehall, take up themselves and go fire shot.
Hold on then. Let me tell you something.
No, we still have dance in the country.
Hold on, I'm telling you something.
Corrupted politicians.
Hold on, I'm telling you something. So, I reference the song Clarks and Wait to Sales. And I
can't talk about.
Hold on, man.
What we are talking about? Skilly Bang, gun tune go number one and go Billboard.
So, hold on,
man.
The
lyrical gun go number one. Where you talking about?
Yeah, listen.
No, I'm not listening to bullshit you talk.
Listen.
No, I'm not listening.
Teachers.
I guess he's frustrated that he's losing man. Clutch at straws.
Teacher, hear me.
We listened a while ago. And now you don't want to listen to us.
Your prime minister can come on the platform and demonize your African creativity because him not have a clue about crime. You know worry you about that?
Yo, me not defend the prime minister saying me not talk about government policy.
We're not talking about
the music.
Okay.
The music. That's a different topic. Mr. King Solomon. Different topic that Mr. Solomon is in.
Online education is flap.
Teacher, hear me say
different situation, Mr. Solomon talking.
Beat the country. Everybody in the country, bro. Every black youth in the country has suffer.
Yeah.
If you not have certain links. So we are talking about a dance style you gonna use?
Can make a point now, please?
What the fuck is this? Remember, the youth them not see the artists them. The youth them not see the artists them like one time. And them, why I think Cartel and Movada think they so strong? Them depend every garrison. Every single night. A YouTube, the youth them a listen. So many things on YouTube. Look how much look how much crime they on YouTube.
We're not even forgot YouTube. Look on the game.
YouTube and Instagram around the world. Oh, dancehall. Look how much things they on the social media. Come on, man.
Read the Solomon. That's one mention.
Hold on, man, because Solomon and you just want
to like a managed situation, man. When you can't recall,
the song Class by Vibes Cartel increase sales in the shows. I listen to the song, but
and you want to buy a class?
Yeah, I listen. Me can't make my point. I listen up. I listen to Vibes Cartel song. I'm never buying a class. One, because listening to the song never put money on my hand for me to buy a class. Yeah, I listen to me. I say, but my child says that listening to a gun tune does not put a gun in a little ghetto black youth hand. Nobody near is saying that. We are not saying that right here. But I say dancehall are the biggest contributor to crime and violence in Jamaica.
Come on the biggest platform in the country and say it.
Yo, me not defend the Prime Minister, brother. Me not talk about the Prime Minister say. Me not defend the Prime Minister.
You defend Carnival. All right.
All I'm saying is that just like how we listen to
Carnival Sunday today, and I remember say at the weekend after Easter.
What Carnival?
Gentlemen, let's not stray from the point. All right? Yes, got you and go for. Because I'm listening, you know.
Just like how listening to Clarks, don't put money in your hand. You go buy a Clarks. Listening to gun tune doesn't put the gun in a youth hand for to kill somebody. So I'm saying to you, the influence of the music is such that it has the potential to drive you to do certain things.
But you
already have to have the circumstance and the means by which to do the thing. You understand that? So it's not like say, listen, if you're rich and live up Beverly Hills or whatever, if you listen to dancehall the next day, you're sunning yourself in a ghetto. Nobody not saying that. So, but just like how the freedom fighters listen to Zimbabwe and it inspired them to fight for
Again,
freedom
go
in
back
Bob
to
Marley.
Zimbabwe.
It's so the youth them who
Why wasn't that sung
opportunity.
the anthem of Jamaica? Why wasn't that the anthem of Jamaica?
I asked
No,
the
let me
man
tell you
from
why. Let me tell
1962.
you why.
We're not
Let me
talking
tell you
about
why.
1962 now.
Let me tell you why, no man. Let me tell you why, no. Why
Different politician.
what the song when sing?
Different politician action.
What the song when sing for Rita?
No, me no
What the
know.
song they go?
Me no know. No woman, no crime. Me no know.
No woman, no cry. No.
Me no know.
All right.
Yeah.
Turn your lights down low. Me no know.
Cry. No woman, no cry.
Turn your lights down low. Me no know.
No, that was
No,
that was
turn the light
Cindy.
down low for Cindy. Cindy wonder.
All right. Enough girl, the man having now. Who you man? Some mix up man girl then. Buffalo Soldier was for who?
I
Buffalo
saw them a
Soldier
foreign.
Huh?
I saw them a foreign, man. No.
The
Buffalo Soldier for Civil War. Now the Civil War American.
I
Civil War, they are saying reference to them.
Who exactly? What were the
Maybe
Buffalo
so them-
Soldiers in? What were
Freedom
the
fighters, these
What-
they're
no,
Black
what-
people
what-
like you and me, man.
freedom
They're
fighters,
Africans.
Buffalo soldiers still relevant.
Africans.
The Buffalo soldiers.
still relevant today.
The Buffalo soldiers were armed on horseback and sent to kill off all the buffaloes to starve out the Indians.
It's our.
So,
Yeah.
Bob
It's another
Marley
connection.
sing that song. Bob Marley sing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah? We don't know what it mean, you know. But we sing it though.
You don't know what it mean.
Mean what it mean?
That's
That's
what we don't know what it mean.
It's
You might
what
talk
it's
about we don't know
somebody
what it mean.
and he was ashamed of himself of that song. He was ashamed. So
Yeah.
it means that even Jamaican artists realizing that the day, fuck we go on too. Because that the day, if you check all of them EP, them have a conscious tune, them have a girl tune, them have a party tune, them go have couple gun tune.
And a ganja tune too.
The biggest tune right now, a Virgin by Javinci. Why we don't celebrate that? But guess what?
No, the biggest tune right now.
He want fuck some pussy, and then tomorrow I say you're right. That me need to lift up my Glock and go down some pussy down the road. It means saying that the day him a influence a youth, right? That's all. But him not influence him to fuck some pussy.
So you're
Correction, the biggest tune right now, a youngster.
We should
understand
Youngster.
the
the
biggest
Youngster ambition.
Oh, Wagwan, me not understand. Una chat here for Boris a come to Jamaica for the dancehall artists.
And what? So what have to do with the crime and violence?
All the dancehall music will influence the country, but still I get used as part of the tourism package.
So we're not talking about politics. We're not defend politician. We can't defend politician.
You sit down with you.
I think, hold on. When you're talking very long, you know, me I listen on you know. Hold on. I think we are straying. Hold on, man. We're straying. We're straying from the point.
And then we can
About the
wrap
music and the influence on crime and violence.
All
All right. So
I know the man can't see the empirical evidence.
empirical evidence. Are you not seeing it in the jailhouse?
That is true.
Are you not seeing it in the jailhouse?
You have that?
We can go to empirical evidence from the Jamaica judicial system.
Jamaica judicial system say you call
All right.
So Mr. So I'm to Mr. Cash Plus.
We're talking about music, sir.
Am I about the song when him sing about scamming make him do that?
We're talking about music, sir. Looking at something different.
Yo, Jiro, give me some man where deal with wicked bodies in our country when I have not to do dancer. Give me some wicked.
Royal Reid.
Karen Spencer.
Royal Reid.
Royal Reid. Dance all do that too.
We never say all crime. Dancer responsible for. Because you earlier you asked teacher who we are talking about.
Bullshit. A dance all.
Man a chop.
A dance all. When them kill out 75 people down in Ati Valley, which them claim as 75, a dance all. So when you talk about the bad man them in a dance hall, who are also the police them, who are bad man also. I'm not talk about that part there.
Yo,
the bad man police them.
Police and them.
The bad man so them.
Politician.
No, brother.
That's another topic. We're talking about the music. I don't know how we reach the police and all of these things. We're moving all around. You guys are straying from the point. We're talking about music now. You're going to, you know, to former minister for education all over the place. So I don't know what we're talking about.
We're not talking about
Very appalling here. I'm listening.
Less than a minute. All right, so what I say is this. So just like how it's not Bob Marley music make the rebel freedom fighters them start that conflict in Zimbabwe when we're not saying that is dancehall music introduce anybody to violence. We're not saying that. We not defend when no politicians say. We not defend the hypocrisy of society. We not defend how them highlight the good and not the bad in dancer. We not defend all that. All we are saying is that based on the facts, based on how we accept some music influence people to the good, we also have to affect some music influence people to the bad. They just like how the freedom fighters them, the song by Bob Marley never give them the guns or the wains or the means for fight for Zimbabwe independence. The music doesn't give young black Jamaican males the ways, the means, or put them in a position to be involved in crime and violence, but it inspired them. Just like how Zimbabwe inspired the freedom fighters, it motivated them, it encouraged them, right? That's how I say. It's not a zero influence, even if a 1% influence. Yes, there are other factors. There's education, there's poverty, there's corruption in the police force. There's all these things that influence or contribute to crime, but we have to also accept the role of how music inspires people to do things. Even when you drive, if you drive to some slow song, you will drive slower. And if you allow yourself to be influenced by the music, you might find yourself drive faster if you listen to faster paced music. It's a fact. Music can even influence how fast your heart beating, the level of adrenaline in the body, and all these things. Those are all facts. So we can accept all that, and then like I said, there's a zero influence. There's a zero negative influence. There must be some sort of influence. My 2 cents. Yeah, I've said.
Teacher.
I mean, if you're gonna,
Yeah, man.
Teacher.
as I say, as my colleague did say, Giroud, it's a lazy argument, lazy argument to say dancehall this and dancehall that. As you say, music influence, music inspire. It doesn't necessarily mean say you're gonna take up yourself and go fire a shot. Start feed the young youth them more education, feed the young black men them, give them more opportunity. Just like because the same music where black youth are listen to, and the same music uptown youths are listen to. Yeah, we don't know if them have fire shot by each other because it will never be known. But we just spray upon the little young black youth them, give them a break, man. Give them a break. Bumbuck,
Teacher.
Yeah, man. There. Teacher. Yeah, man. Well, I make this known from the start. Dancehall, listen violent dancehall, I listen every type of dancehall. But guess what why I say the music have some form of influence on the youth them? It's because some of the youth them really now have the emotional intelligence with detach the music from reality. That's my thing. And where the reality mimics life, well, art mimics reality, we have a problem there. And that are my take on that. I know music influence them because some of you just now have the brain box. We say, you're not DJ sing about gun, DJ don't want a gun. DJ, some of them DJ never get a gunshot yet. But why you are to take it up by yourself now? I got take influence from it. But guess what? Well, guidance is not there. That's the next thing too, And that's another discussion for another podcast. That's my 2 cents.
True. Joe, kick off like a what?
All right, let me just close it real quickly because we hear the argument that music influence and we can argue it from 2 different ends. But let's remove the music or the crime from the music because we're saying the music is influencing the younger generation right now. And this is why I'm say it's a lazy rhetoric by the government. Now, the number 1 game on the young youth phones right now in Jamaica, if you were to drive through any garrison area or any street where you see the youth on the street, number 1 game is PUBG. See, me not even know it. Call of Duty. But the game is a gun, is a violent game. And from there, the youth knows all the guns that are out there. They know AR-15, they know AK, they know 9mm different from this, different from that. Is the music influencing the game? No. Do the youths have more time on them hands playing the game than listening to the music right now? Yes.
No, I don't.
I'm telling you. Because the youths are playing the game right through the day. If you go to the road right now, you probably have a set of youths sit down under somewhere get the Wi-Fi play
right now.
It's the music all through the day. Anyway,
all right. So what I'm saying is that this rhetoric that dancehall music is the cause of crime in Jamaica right now is very lazy. Now, the government need to sit down and create a crime prevention plan. And how you get that? You invest in education. You invest in getting the youths into schools.
Come on, I talk about the government for the government for that.
No, I'm just saying, as opposed to blaming dancehall, do these things and take the guilt from out here. I am blaming somebody else. That is the easiest way out. Now, on the one hand, Chang is saying that there is no spike in violence and crime, but on the same hand, the same Prime Minister is blaming dancehall for the spike and violence in the society. They're not understanding, is it that they're not seeing eye to eye? And all I have to say is that dancehall is a part of Jamaica's culture, and if you remove dancehall from the culture, what are we left to be?
Nobody never said remove dancehall. Nobody never said remove dancehall.
Dancehall not arguable.
Nobody never said remove dancehall. Nobody never said that.
But removing the violence from dancehall is removing dancehall.
No. Dancehall artists sing about a lot. Whole heap of things except for violence.
Ban YouTube, ban Instagram.
Exactly. So that is my 2 cents.
Young girls them right now are feed themselves off of Instagram. A dancehall make them a broke out.
Exactly.
Now on a back up, man.
Exactly. So my 2 cents is invest in education and opportunities that leaves the youth educated. Get more youth into schools and bringing them up to the same level of schooling as a female.
Education.
All right, people, there you have it. We're going to leave it there right now. So use the comment section.
The same place.
Yeah, man, use the people, use the comment section.
Man, like up and share and comment.
Subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Is it that dancehall is innocent in all of this? Or dancehall
some juvenile talking about
in some way or the other?
Alright.
Thanks for listening. Watch out for the next one.
Mercy, the angel doula said they must respect this. Dedicate to the whole nation. Me sing. Every pressure, you illiterate and foolish, you might